All right, hello. Okay. Let's get going. Oh boy, okay. Number 176, second highest salary. Medium, and it's a SQL question. Table employee with ID and salary. ID is the primary key. Column with unique values for this table. Each row of this table contains information about the salary of an employee. Write a solution to find the second highest distinct salary from the employee table. If there is no second highest salary, return null. The result format is in the following example. So you return a column called second highest salary. Alright, this is going to be a problem because this is not a programming question, it's a SQL query writing question. So if there's going to be a lot of these, I'm actually in trouble because I'm not really ready to do that. So this stream is going to be us just reading Postgres documentation and trying to understand how to do things instead of trying to puzzle out a solution. So I think you can order stuff in a query. So if I ordered by salary, do they want the salary or the ID? They want the salary. So if I did select salary from employee, order by salary, that's going to give me all of the salaries. Does the Leetcode test result thing show me? Yes, it does give me previews. So I guess we can try to learn how to do stuff from previews. So I only want one of them. How do you only select one thing from a list? So I know you can do it by like aggregating, but if I'm not aggregating, you do limit to, for example. Okay, then how do I take the last thing? That I'm gonna have to look up. Postgres take one item. Oh wait, actually I don't have to look that up. Okay. So from this, select salary from, and then this table that I've just made, limit 1, and also order by negative salary. That should give me the right number. Does it? Yes. Okay. So this says give me the top 2 salaries. This says give me the top 2 salaries. Then I'm going to treat this as a table to select from. And I'm going to say give me the lowest salary in there. Now I just need to give the table the right name. So can I just do that? Yes, I can, but I'm not always getting the right answer. Because I'm not getting null when there's only one salary. So I would need to pad the salary table with nulls, or have a conditional that's like if the count is less than 2, then just return null. And I don't know how to do either one of those things without looking it up. Conditionals. And I don't want to actually add nulls to the table. I would want to have like a virtual table. It's not like I could join. I mean, maybe I could. This doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Okay. Alright, well, let's look up conditionals. Postgres conditional. Case, yes. So you do case when. Okay. Wait, how does it work? Okay. I am actually not sure how to incorporate it in this, so let's try to just do a case first. Select salary, case, or actually select count of salary, case, or count of ID, case, and then this needs a name, as count, case count is less than 2. No, you do case when, right? How does it work again? When then, else. When count is less than 2, and then what do you... This just becomes... This is one of the column values. The things that are being selected. Okay. So it's like we're selecting count and we're selecting this thing. Do you put commas? Yeah. So when count is less than 2, then less. Case when count, or we'll just say case else. Or do you need a case in that case? Yes, or the case is already there. And do you need no, this is just how you do it. Okay, else. More. End. As description. This will be from employee. So it does not like that. Why not though? It seems like I copied this. Is it because it's an aggregation? What if I just do this? What's the syntax error? Am I not doing exactly what this says? Case, end as, when else. Case, when, then, else, end. I'm doing the same thing. Is the AI overview wrong? Select blah blah and then case whatever. They have parentheses, which I don't think you should need. All right, Postgres documentation, show me the way. Case when a equals 1, then 1. I'm doing this. I don't understand. What if I get rid of description? Wait, then it works. It just didn't like my as description. Alright, employee.id must appear in the group by clause or be used in an aggregate function. So I only care about the count. So there it says there's more. There it says there's less. This is what I want. So I can get rid of this. If I could just call this as something. Is it just because of the quotes? Oh, it's just because of the quotes. Okay, so I want to call this second highest salary. And then instead of more and less, if we don't have enough, then the answer is null. Good. If we do have enough, then the answer is this whole query. All right, we'll submit that. Less than or equal to 2. Submit that. Wait. I said this was null. When count is less than or equal to 2, when count is less than or equal to 2, which this should be, oh, wait. I do want less than 2. Oh, this would be the second highest salary. I think I'm doing this in the wrong order, actually. I think... No, this seems right. Give me all of the salaries ordered by salary, and then order them backwards and take the first one. Right? So if I take, let's take just this. What do you give? You're giving 200. What if we don't do the outer select? What if you just do this? So this should be give me the 2 highest salary. No, this will be give me the 2 lowest salaries. Which actually shouldn't matter. But yeah, this is the 2 lowest salaries. What I want to do is this, which would give me the 2 highest salaries. Okay. Order by negative salary. That means the first one will be the highest, the second one will be the second highest. Then flip the order again. And give you the first one. This should not be called second highest salary in the inner, actually it should be. Wait, so why isn't this giving the right answer? All right, comment that, print this. So just give me this. You've got the 2 salaries. I'm reversing their order. And I'm taking 2. So now the last one in the list is the second highest. So now if I reverse their order and take the first one, I should have the second highest. How am I ending up with 200 here? That's confusing. So I have salary in reverse order. So if I flip the order and I take the first one, I should get 100. Flip the order, take the first one. Why is that not giving me 100? Oh, because this doesn't flip the order. This would flip the order. Okay. Okay. Now I think we got it. Like that. Submit. This should be null because there's no second highest, because, okay. All right, I didn't know that that's how it wanted me to do it. So don't count the IDs, count the salaries. And then I want like a distinct count. Postgres distinct count. Select count distinct, okay. Distinct salary. Submit this. Okay, and then I have to select distinct from the inner thing so that it, so that when I say the second one, I don't get the duplicate of the first one. Select distinct order by expressions must appear in select list. what's the problem here? It does appear, but is it because it's negative? Do I have to select distinct negative salary? Is there a way to say order by reversed without doing a negation so that the distinct can still work? Postgres reverse order by. Descending or ascending, okay. So don't order by negative salary, order by this descending. Submit. All right, we're learning Postgres. This could be better. This has too many nested queries. So I think we could merge the two outer ones. But I'm not sure how, actually. Maybe you can't. Oh, I don't need to be naming this column so many times. No, I guess I don't know how to do any better than this. This does seem about as good as I know how to do it. Which I didn't know how to do it at the beginning of this. Okay, let's learn from others. Offset. Offset is the exact keyword we needed. Good. Wow, we made this more complicated than it had to be. Hopefully it'll be helpful in a future one. All right, number 177, nth highest salary. Table employee with ID and salary. ID is the primary key. Write a solution to find the nth highest distinct salary from the employee table. If there are less than n distinct salaries, return null. The result format is in the following example. Get nth highest salary 2. Okay, create or replace function. So now we're dealing with a Postgres function. Nth highest salary that takes an argument that's an integer. Return table salary int as, and then the dollar signs. I don't know this syntax, but it seems like it's saying everything inside here is a PLPG SQL statement. Then you've got begin, end, return query. So our query goes here. Okay, so the query, and we have n probably. So this is probably the same as last one, which is just select salary from employee. Select And then order by salary, descending, offset 1, offset n. And it's not highlighting my offset, so I'm guessing I'm not doing it right. So the table is called salary, so it doesn't like that this is the same name. I can just do employee.salary, right? Okay. I'm not getting the right answer here though. I also need distinct. Not that that would have mattered here. So why am I getting 100 when the argument is 2? Shouldn't I be offset by... Oh, I guess I should be offset by n minus 1. But I should still only select one of them. Okay, submit that. Offset must not be negative. What are you supposed to do if I ask for the 0th highest salary? It didn't say what to do. Because it's one indexed, it looks like. Nth highest at 1 would be first highest, would be this one. And then it gave me an edge case that it didn't tell me I'd have to deal with. So what do I do if n is less than 0? Or yeah, if n is less than 0. I assume I'm supposed to return null. I don't know how to do that in here. I guess I do actually. Select case. Alright, this will all be inside parentheses now. When n is less than or equal to 0, then null, else this, end. Oh, okay. Seems like that works. Submit. It works. Okay. It's weird that this syntax highlighting doesn't understand my Postgres. So I don't know why they gave us this edge case to deal with, but yeah, this is basically the same question as last time. It's just that you put n here instead of 2, and then we just outside of that we handle the edge case of negative inputs. So how did others do it? Set n equals n minus 1, and then return offset n. But I guess why does that avoid the n equals 0 problem? Because doesn't this seem exactly the same as what we were doing, but without the case? Unless set does something that I don't understand? I don't know. Yeah, people are doing set. Maybe there's a reason I can't do n minus 1. What is the need of set n equals n minus 1? MySQL does not allow arithmetic expressions directly within the offset clause. Okay, why don't we search only by Postgres? Then they're doing something similar to us, but it looks a little more complicated. They're doing the if outside of the query, so that's not even where we were told to do it. Window function. Yeah, they're doing the query thing also. Where's the window function? Oh boy, this is not necessary. Dense rank. Okay. All right, let's get to the next one. Number 178. Rank scores. Medium. Another SQL question. Table scores has an ID and a score, which is a decimal. ID is the primary key. Each row of this table contains the score of a game. Score is a floating point value with 2 decimal places. Write a solution to find the rank of the scores. The ranking should be calculated according to the following rules. The scores should be ranked from highest to lowest. If there is a tie between 2 scores, both should have the same ranking. After a tie, the next ranking number should be the next consecutive integer value. In other words, there should be no holes between ranks. Return the result table ordered by score in descending order. The result format is in the following example. So if these are the IDs of the scores, the output would be rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we just saw in one of the solutions to the last problem, someone use a function called dense rank. So we know that exists, but I don't know how it works. So let's write what we can, which is not much. Select score from, what is it called? Scores? Scores. Order by score ascending. No, descending. Because we want the highest scores to have the lowest rank. Okay. Okay. So if I'm gonna do this without using any fancy new things that I don't know about, I have an idea for how to do it that's kind of complicated but uses only basic concepts. And that would be to I guess it depends on being able to do something like give me the order. Right? I guess we saw that the other person was using something called dense rank, like that. Is that anything? Dense rank requires an over clause. Over score. Score does not exist. I disagree. Oh, that's a window. What if I just use the whole table? No, okay. So I don't know how windows work, so I don't want to try to do that blindly. We might have to look it up, but I want to try doing it with more basic stuff first. So what I'm thinking is, if we could just get order to be a column, if we merged these together, right? So we merge all the scores together and then we give them an order. Then we join this table with this table. Then it'll work. But I don't know how to give an order. I don't know how to create a new column that has the order. So I can create a new column and I can have it have a conditional value, but I don't know how to have it know the order. So I think we gotta look that up. Postgres order of row. Row number. Postgres row number. You have to do this window thing. Oh, I don't like that this is using the same example. So you can say row number over. And I don't know what this, oh, the star is not needed. So when you say over, inside parentheses you want to say, I don't know, this is like window syntax, which I don't know. But you could just say over. So if I say distinct score, comma, row number. No, how did they do it? Yeah, row number. Over. They didn't just do that, did they? They did. Is this anything? It is. But it's giving me the row number in the original table instead of in my new table. So what if I select score and row number from this table? That's what I want. Okay. So now that I have this, I can join it with the original table because I want the duplicates in there. So select like S1 dot score, S2 dot rank. Can I call this as rank? Yeah. Okay. Select rank or score from the first table, rank from the second table, from scores on the left side, left join this thing on the right side. And when you do a join, you have to say on score. Wait, I never said what these are called. So this needs to be as S1, and this needs to be as S2. On S1.score equals S2.score. Missing from clause entry for table S2. Missing from clause for table S2. I think I have forgotten how to do a join. Or this actually needs to be out here, I think. Okay. Okay. I think this is working. Then we just need order by S1.score. Or descending. And this actually doesn't, oh no, that still matters, that still matters. All right, submit. So what did we learn? We learned row number. And we solidified our understanding of joins. I saw that there's a thing called dense rank in one of the other solutions, so that's what I'm expecting to see in these solutions. Dense rank over score descending. So this is what we did. No. This is a little simpler than what we did. Select score, and then the second thing is this as rank. So for each row, they're doing a count of the number of scores of that row. That makes sense. That would work too. No. Oh, count of the scores that are smaller than this. That's interesting, actually. Okay. Wow, there's a lot to this. And I'm not particularly interested in Postgres or like optimizing queries. Like this, unfortunately. But there's a lot of depth to this stuff. Yeah, dense rank. But what we did is pretty cool. It is cool that there's a lot of different ways to do this. Okay, so the difference between rank and dense rank is that rank will skip over ties. Like it'll give them ties the same rank, and then it'll skip one so that the third one will have the third rank. Whereas dense rank will make sure that there's no gaps. Cool. Alright, let's go to the next one. Number 176. Oh, we're back to programming. Number 176, largest number, medium. Given a list of non-negative integers nums, arrange them such that they form the largest number and return it. Since the result may be very large, so you need to return a string instead of an integer. Input nums 10 2, output 2 1 0. Input nums 3 3 0 3 4, or I'm saying this in a weird way, but they want me to combine the digits of each of the numbers into a bigger number. And they're all non-negative. Okay, so you're gonna want to use all of them, and you're gonna want to put the 9s at the front, and then the smaller numbers on the end. So you want to sort them in alphanumeric order, and then concatenate them. So you just do, this is gonna be a one-liner. Return nums.join. That's not how you do that. You do empty string.join nums. These need to be in a certain order, so sorted nums. Key equals, the key is that you want them sorted in alphanumerical order. So key equals str. Convert them to a string and then compare them and then sort them. Sequence item 0, expected string instance int found. What does it mean by that? The joining? I mean, I guess I don't even have to use a key. I can just convert these to strings. The sorted of str num for num in nums. Oh, and I want it the other way around. Reversed of sorted of that. Okay, so that's not how you do it. Oh, okay. Wait. So you want to put the 0 on the end, and I'm saying, okay, I actually don't know the answer to this. What has higher lexicographical ordering, 3 or 30? I guess I'm saying 30. But the answer is 3. Or the answer should be 3. So when I'm comparing strings, I should count empty strings as a higher order. So def what if I just call it key? S is a string, or just num. Let's get rid of the reversed here. Well, we can have the reversed. Sorted. We're gonna map string to nums. And in the sorting, we're gonna do key equals key. So map string to nums just means apply that function to each value in the list, which means just convert everything into a string. Then our key is going to tell the sorting function how to compare elements. It's going to convert the elements into this value and then compare this value. So let's open up Python, and I just want to check if I do so we know that 30 we think 30 is greater than 3, but we want a comparison function where 30 is not greater than 3. But I guess we do want 39 to be greater than 3. right? Because the thing we want is, like, this should come before three, 3, 9. So it's kind of complicated. It's what you want is that the digit, if this digit is larger than the next thing in your list, then this should come first. If it's smaller than the next thing in your list, like with 30, so the 0, then it should not come first. And that's going to be hard to do with a straight, like, key, with just converting something to a key. Because I need to know what else is in my list to know if it comes first or not. Right? Because if I had, like, let's say I had 59 and I had 50, I had 2, and I had 60. So you sort everything by the first digit first, because you need the first digit to come first. Well, wait, that uniquely sorts these. So what am I trying to say? If I had a 5 here, and I had a 52 and a 59. So I would want to do 59 first. And then 5, and then 52. Because then I would have 5, 9, 5, 5, 2. If I did it in any other order, it would be smaller. If I did it in any other order, it would be smaller. So let's say we start by sorting this in lexical graphical ordering. So you do a first pass, and you end up with this. What can be my rule where I'm going to get the 5 to come in between here? Because one thing I'm thinking of is if I just treat this like it says that, and this like it says that, and this like it says that, you know? Then they would sort in the right order. The reason to treat it like it has a 5 coming after is that is that it will have a 5 coming after once you sort it. But I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, because could I come up with an example where that doesn't work? I guess, what if I also had a 6 here? If I also had a 6, then the 6 would show up right here. And I would want the 6 to come before the 60. It's not just that you can always repeat the digit, right? I guess it is, because if I always repeat the digit, if this one is less than this, it'll come after, which is what I want. If it's more, it'll come before, which is what I want. And if I didn't have any other numbers with the same starting digit, then it wouldn't matter anyway, because the tie is broken by... Okay. This is really weird, but... Wait. Wait. That only works with 2 digits. What if the number were... So what if the number were... You had like 101, 10 and 1. Then I'm saying treat this like it says 111, that, yeah. Just extend the last digit out as many characters as you need. Then you would end up with 111, 101, 100. Then if you take out the extended characters, you don't get the right answer. Because here I would want to do 1, 10. No, actually this is the right answer. Okay, so is it just to extend the last digit out? No, there's something wrong with that, which is that... No, actually, I can't think of a situation where that would be wrong. So let's let the test cases give me one. Map len to nums and give me the max length. And then I wanted like the opposite of zfill. So like if you do 6.zfill 10, it'll put a bunch of zeros at the front. I want to pad, I'll just do it manually. So last car equals num of -1. Return num plus last car repeated len of num minus or max length minus len of num times. Yeah, because I want this to be strings. Nums equals this. How am I ending up with an empty string? How am I ending up with an empty string? Nums exists, right? If I just sort nums, it exists? No. Are you kidding me? You can't... It just returns an empty list? Do I have to convert it to a list first? What? Okay, forget mapping. I guess we'll just do this manually. Or, you know, with a list comprehension. String num for num in nums. I don't know why the other way wouldn't work. Alright, we're getting the right answers. I don't have super high confidence that this will work, but like... It makes sense. I think it could work. Okay. It mostly worked. We got to a number to test case 228. So in this example, 34323 and 3432, we're extending this to be 22. Which puts it second. Wait, should I be extending it with the first character, not the last character? Then these would be tied. So I guess that wouldn't... Three, 4, 3, 2, 3. 3, 4, 3, 2, 3. Oh. 3, 4, 3, 2 is what they want. 3, 4, 3, 2, followed by 3, 4, 3, 2, 3. 3, 4, 3, 2, followed by 3, 4, 3, 2, 3. So that's better because 3, 4 is better than 3, 3. We're getting 3, 3 because this one that ends with 3 is coming before this one that ends in, or that has nothing on the end. How could I tell? Yeah, it's really tricky because the thing that would have told me that this needs to come first so I know that it ties with this up to here. What's the thing that tells me that this would have had to come first? It has one fewer letter, which lets us get to this 4 faster. What do I mean by that? Like, if I extend stuff with the first character, that works with these test cases because it preserves the starting order. But if you had started them in the other order, it would have been bad. But I guess I could fix it by sorting in the naive lexicographical way, which would force them in this order. And then once I sort again, they should be in the right order. But why didn't that work? Why don't we print key of num for num in nums. Yeah, that's what we want. So, why did starting nums sorted change this? Is it because I need them in the... No? Wait, why does that matter if I'm sorting again? Oh. Because then you have to cast it to a list. Alright, this is the test case I was looking for. 432, 432, 43. So I'm trying to do 432 first. But they're saying you should do 43243 and then 432. It's just so hard to come up with the rule for why. It's because maybe it's really not as simple as like you can just sort them independently. Maybe we do have to do some kind of recursive thing. So how can we know which one to put in case of ties like this? Which one to put first? It depends what's going to come next. So right now I'm saying just assume there's going to be a bunch of 4s coming next. I think what I want to do is repeat not just the first character, but put all of my same beginning characters at the end, so that if there's something better than that, it'll come before, and that'll only come into play when there's a tie. So don't take the first character. Instead, ret equals empty string while length of ret is less than max length. Ret plus equals num. Return ret sliced up to max length. And then just to see, print key of num for num in nums. Four, 3, 2, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3. That's what, so I'm doing what I want to do, but they're not actually equivalent because you get a different answer depending on which one you put first. Because the fact that it's shorter No, I don't know how to say it. It's like the fact that it's shorter. Means that I don't know. Because this is right for a 5 character window. You are either going to put 43243 first or 43243 first. It's this. That's going to be the same either way. But how am I going to look farther than that? Maybe the only thing to do is just look at so sort them and then go through them and look at them 2 at a time and just put them in whatever order makes the 2 at a time bigger. So for each pair, make a decision. Ret is a string. But let's make it into a list, and then at the end return blank.join ret. So for I in len of nums, add them in whichever order will be better. So you've got, I'll rewrite this, but let's just do it the simple way. Candidate 1 equals nums of I plus nums of I plus 1. Candidate 2 is the other way around. I plus 1 I. If candidate 1 is greater than candidate 2, ret.append candidate 1. Okay, here's gonna be something weird. Don't reverse them. And then just pop the last two. So num1, num2 equals nums.pop, nums.pop. nums1 plus nums2, nums2 plus nums1, and then whichever one you don't append, you push it back into nums. Candidate 2, candidate 1. Then obviously you have to use the word range here, and I want to go one less than the end. Well, what I want to do is while I don't need, I want to do one less than the end. I don't even need I. And then at the end, I ret.append the last thing left in nums. Yeah, these are num. How am I ending up with such a big number? Oh, don't append candidate 1 and candidate 2. Append num1 and num2. Okay. What is this? Expected 0, but it was 0, 0? Why are they throwing this weird edge case at me? Okay, so I want to remove the leading zeros, I guess. So in Python, this is easy because you just convert it to an int and then back to a string. Okay, what's up with this? So I'm guessing what's happening here is that you have to look more than one ahead sometimes, which I wouldn't have expected. This is hard to understand. Can I just print ret? It's hard to understand where the delineations are. Or wait, use this test case. "90, 77, 76, 60, 56. And then I'm saying 51 before 5. Wait, why is there two 51s? There is two 51s. Why am I putting 5 in between them? I guess I need to take a look at what the list looked like before it was sorted. Because probably my 5 is coming at the end of... yeah, because this is in reverse order, so... I'm comparing 5 to 51, and I'm saying let's put 5 first. And then I'm comparing 51 to 51. No, I'm not saying let's put 5 first. I'm going backwards. So I'm comparing 56 to 51, and I'm saying let's put 56 first. Then I'm comparing 51 to 51, and I'm saying let's put 51 first. But if I had 5 under consideration, I would have put it first. So I think I want to make sure these show up first. How do I do that other than to do the filling thing? Because if I do this, while len of s is less than max length equals max of nums key equals lambda s string of s length of string of s. While you're less than max length, ret equals empty string. Ret plus equals s. Return s sliced at max length. Yeah, because I meant to put a length on this. So this should have counted as 55, which should have put it later. Why is it not doing that? Print key on num for num in nums. It's counting it as 5. Why? It's supposed to continue adding s until s is max length. Until ret is max length. Oh, wait. Because of that. Okay. I don't know, does this have a chance? Memory limit exceeded. How can my memory limit be exceeded? What? With 2 numbers, my memory limit is getting exceeded? Like, this must be an infinite loop somehow? I don't know how I could be exceeding memory limits. Why don't you print me nums? So is it the loop? No, because we would have gotten output limit exceeded before memory limit exceeded. What? I'm so confused. Does it just not like converting this to a to an integer? I don't think so. It should be able to handle big ints. I do want to remove the leading zeros. No, the only way there can be leading zeros is if everything is a 0. So if everything is a 0, return 0. Otherwise, return ret. And I don't even have to check all of them, I can just check the first 2. But that's not the issue. The issue is memory limit exceeded. Are my keys gigantic or something? Yeah. What is that about? Oh! Max length is the number, not the length of the number. So just take the length of that. Or, yeah, the length of the string of that. Wait, this is annoying. I just want nums equals string of num for num in nums. So now here you can just call yourself nums. Max length is going to be let's just do it in a comprehension instead of doing keys. We're getting confused with keys. Len of num for num in nums. Okay. We did it. We got 0 milliseconds on the first try. And then when I removed our print statements, we went back up. There we go, 0. Okay. So it's kind of wacky, but it makes sense. You only need to compare the next two to see which one you should put in order to have the right order. And then as long as you have them sorted so that the one that is definitely the one that should be the next one is going to be one of your candidates, which is what we're doing here. By putting the ambiguous ones are the ones with fewer characters. So we're putting the ones with fewer characters first in our stack. And then we put them back in, like we keep delaying inserting them until we know that they definitely belong there. How did others do this? Greedy, that's the word for you always do the best next one first. Wait, why didn't they have to do the complicated stuff? Because this was one of the things we tried, where we just say shorter numbers get repeated. Did we just have to repeat them more than the length of the longest thing? We had to repeat them like twice the length of the longest thing so that every pair would be covered. I don't like that. I don't like using the... This feels a bit like cheating, to use the... the constraints like that. But like we did try this solution and it didn't work. And I guess that's because you have to do it all the way, like you have to duplicate the string like infinite times in theory to get it to work. Huh. All right, next problem. Back to SQL. Number 180, consecutive numbers, medium. Table logs has ID and num. Num is a varchar. And we want to try Postgres. In SQL, ID is the primary key for this table. ID is an auto increment column starting from 1. Find all numbers that appear at least 3 times consecutively. Return the result table in any order. That appear consecutively. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. So we can't sort because we care about consecutive. Okay, first impressions are that I don't have the tools in my repertoire to do this kind of thing. Because I could count them, but the count is not gonna the count is going to count the non-consecutive ones also. So I'm having another idea. I wonder if we could abuse the ranking stuff that we just learned about so that these 3 have the same rank. This will have the next rank. This will have the next rank. No, well, does ranking necessarily require sorting? Or will it just look at whether this number is different from the last number? I don't know. Let's find out. Select rank over from logs. Can I just do that? Kinda. Select num and rank over. It gave everything the same rank. I wonder why I did that. And what if instead of doing over with nothing in the parentheses, I do over with well, I guess I don't know the syntax for this, for defining a window. Because you can't just do select num from logs. That's not a window, right? No. Because there's no way to say, like, look at the last number, right? Maybe there is. Maybe I could say, so maybe I could add a row number. You can do this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if I add a row number, then from this I can do, so let's like make this its own little table. You can't, can I just do like this and then select row number from numbered? Is that a thing? If I have semicolons? No, you can't just name tables, I guess. Okay. So here what I'm trying to do is I've given a number to each row. Then what I want to do is something weird like this. Select star, we'll start with. And I want to do a case when select num from this thing. This is why I wish I could name it. This is so messy. Okay. Where row number equals row number minus 1. So give me the num of the previous row. Is what I'm trying to say here. And when that is equal to my row, my num, so I need to start putting some as in here. When this thing equals num, then, how about just true, else false. So if the thing with the row number before me has the same number as me, you're selecting that from this, and yeah. Any chance that this works? Um, I mean, this is hard to read, but let's see if we can make it easier. We need a limit one here. We already know that there's only going to be one, but so select star, end this extra string. Right? This looks like what I want to do. I guess these need table indicators. So this is as RN. Or can I just do as T1, and then in here as T2, where T1.row number equals T2.row number. I don't understand this problem. Like, are you just not allowed parentheses? What's wrong with my case when? When a thing equals num, then true, else false. Okay, we gotta look this up now. Python case, or Postgres case when. When the condition, then result. Else result. End. We forgot to put end. End. Wow. Well, it's not right, though. It's not giving the right answers. Actually, it might be giving the right answers. I might just have the T's in the wrong order. So maybe it's telling me if the next one is a duplicate. Next one's not a duplicate. Not. Okay. So now the horrible thing is I have to do this all again. Kind of, because now I want to say, give me the ones where the last one is equal and the last one is true. You can just say T and F in Postgres, right? No? Can I do 0 and 1? Okay, so so you've got this whole thing. Let's put these in parentheses. And here I'm going to say select star from this whole thing. This is going to be like the most horrible query of all time. So we've got this whole thing as T3. And I want a second case It's basically the same case. Or actually, here's how I'm going to do it. So this is one column. We'll call this as case 1. Will that work? Yeah, case 1. Then let's do a case 2. Which is -2. Okay. Now where case 1 and case 2. It does exist. I don't have to say T1, do I? I would have thought I could say this and that it's not ambiguous because these are in the outermost query. I don't get it, because if I don't have it there, then it does have a column for case 1 and case 2. So maybe for some reason I have to select star from, make this whole thing be a table, and then in here I could say this. Okay, now don't select star, select num. As consecutive num. Okay, submit this abomination. Wrong answer. So I said 3, 3. Oh, crap. Distinct. Select distinct. Beats 5%. Yeah, I'm not surprised. This is like a horrendous query. And I'm not sure that I know enough SQL to make it much better. Let's think for a second how we could do this. So one of the worst things is that I keep doing this instead of like you know, I'm pretty sure what I need to be doing is a coalesce, which I don't know how to do in SQL. Let's look it up. Postgres coalesce. Coalesce returns the first of its arguments that is not null. So I guess that's not what I want to do. Why do I have to keep doing this? I'm even calling it T2 both times, which I'm surprised that didn't cause a problem. I mean, is it as simple? Could I have just done from T1 here? No. What about here? Could I have just done T2? Nope. The scoping is really strict. Yeah, give me the one before. Give me the 1 2 before, or actually 2 after. Yeah, like, obviously I know this is terrible. I'm just trying to see if I, with the limited SQL that I know in my head right now, can make it better. I feel like I can, I'm just not seeing the way to do it. Yeah, when the row after equals num, when the row 2 after equals num. And then give me the ones where those are both true. I could change this to be and, so I could only have one case, and it's an and of the two things, but that doesn't really help, and I think that makes it a little harder to read even. It's too bad I can't just do from T1. I guess that's just not how SQL works. Yeah, I'm just doing so many queries when it seems like I should be able to do it like in one pass, pretty much. All right, let's learn. Yeah, I only care about Postgres. Lag and lead. Lag over and lead over. So I guess this just tells you the one before and this tells you the one after. Yep, that would help. Anything else? This is a weird one. Array aggregate over rows between current row and two following. Okay, that's an interesting aggregation to be aware of. And then width, I don't know what width is. Is that how you define a variable? Because then I could have done this as a width. So width is blank as whatever, comma, or I guess width comes before select. So what if I took this and I called it T, width, T as this. Does that work? I still can't do this. Yeah, I don't understand SQL well enough here, because I want to say this T is going to be T2, but don't redo T, just know that that's the same query as before. Because I can't just do this. Or actually, wait. This is what I think it should be. And then here I would say select num from T. It doesn't like that. I guess because it wants it to be like this, but that doesn't work. Okay, I don't know. I haven't figured out how I could simplify this yet. Like this is stuff I never could have come up with off the top of my head, the array aggregation stuff. Self-join without using window. There we go. Oh. Oh. This is really nice. This I could have come up with. You join on their IDs being off by 1. And then you have 3 numbers, and then you just say when the numbers are the same. That's really good. Nice. Yeah, and then we've got the lag lead. That's another good way. Okay, cool. We learned a few things. And that's going to be it for now. So thanks for watching. If this was helpful, please give me a like. Peace.